Hello ladies and gentlemen, I'm back and thank you so much for hanging with my channel. It's been about a month since I last made a video. As some of you might know if you're regulars to my channel, I just had a house move. It all went alright, yeah, did a bit of decorating, a bit of moving, you know, quite stressful as you can imagine. But now I'm back and I'm kicking my videos off again. But before I go into my tutorial, I just want to say to you guys that we are currently recruiting on the EU and NA servers, and that is for World of Tanks and World of Warships. So if you're interested and you want a good bunch of guys to play with, please see the links below in the description and put an app in. Okay, right now I'm going to kickstart my return off with a great tutorial. It is called the Delayed Rush. The Delayed Rush is a really good strategy, primarily used by light tank drivers. Now, it's quite, the clue's in the name, you wait, then you rush. But there are some things to take into consideration, and I will go into them as we're looking at the games. Okay, so it's primarily used in light tanks, but I have got for you also a medium tank game to watch. So we're going to start off with the T-37, and then we're going to go on with a game of a Cromwell platoon. There's 3 of us. And then what I've done is I actually captured that game live with the chat in game. So I put that on the end so you can see the same game without my explanation, but how it all was called out inside the platoon. So I hope that really benefits you guys. Thanks again for tuning in, and I hope you benefit from the tutorial. Cheers. So here we are guys on Ensk. As you can see, it's a tier 7 game and I'm in a tier 6 light tank. The teams are mismatched, I would say, but it's still a good example of giving you a delayed rush. So I'm in the T-37. I decided, you know, this is not a great map for scouts, so I decided to snipe down this little road here. Now, as you may have heard, I've been out of the game for about 4 weeks, so I decided to get back into it. I love the game, but you know, you get a bit rusty, so these mistakes I'm making is because my gun cursor's touched on the building, so when I was snipering, rather than be looking down the road, it's touching the building, but it does cause me to miss out on a shot there. Could have hit that KV-85 and that the steering wheel, but unfortunately didn't manage to make the shot. So I managed to pack it into the 12T, and I'm watching the mini-map at this point, and just look at the light bulbs on my enemy's side. So you can see who's been spotted. The green ones have just been spotted. The ones that are red have been spotted but are no longer spotted. So what that tells me is it tells me who's spotted, so I can look at the minimap and make a decision as to what I want to do. Decided to move across to put some more long shots in, and right now I'm playing a steady game. I'm being cautious, I'm not overcommitting early on in the game, there really is no need to. I've already managed to bag myself almost 500 damage and 1 kill just by holding back and taking some sniper shots. Now I think about going across to that leopard, and I went out there then pulled back just in case I was spotted. But it died. Now look at who I can see now. The E25 has not been spotted, but everyone else has. And looking down there, I can see that there's not much down there. So now's the time for the rush. Now the delay, now's the time for the rush. Okay, so I'm rushing down there now to get behind enemy lines and turn the flank. The E25 has now been spotted at B7, so I know he's no problem. First mission is to kill this Stur Mill. He's full health, and I want to get in with him. I want to save my Rudy from getting shot because he's a really good player. And I'm just doing the normal light tank thing, harassing him. I'm trying to stop him from turning and shooting the Rudy. Now I'm not going to mess with a full life Tiger tank in this tier 6 light, so I'm going to go off and relieve and see if I can save our other Tiger tank on the other side. So there's 3 tanks I can see down there currently on the minimap in G1, 2 and 3. As I move across, so now I've successfully managed to boom my push, and tanks are turning round to face me rather than push forwards. Managed to take him out. Now there's a green player here in a KV-85, and even though I'm a really good light tank player, it doesn't pay off to go toe to toe with them heavies that are the same tier as me, especially if they're green because they know what they're doing. Instead, I'm going to wheel him round here, put him in the way of my friendly so he can get shot, and go for these weak tanks that are not sure what I'm coming. So I managed to blindside the KV-85 and come in on the Jackson and get the kill there. Well, cause the kill. Now it's time for me to go in for the KV-85. He's half damage, so I beat him on hit points and I beat him on damage per minute. So here we go. Now it's time to come in on him. Now that takes me to 5 kills in just under 3.5 minutes. Also banished almost 2,000 damage from my delayed rush. The only thing left to do is to complete the last kill to get the Top Gun medal and secure the Petrucci's medal also. So in this match you can see how a delayed rush has helped me get through, get a load of kills by surprising the enemy and get a good amount of damage whilst I'm doing it. So I was really pleased with that. Obviously we won. It was 15-7. As I said, the teams were mismatched, so I think we would have won that anyway. But the delayed rush was the thing that enabled me to capitalise on a weak enemy and get forward and really make some good damage and get a good amount of kills. As you can see here, we got the Ace Tanker badge, which is always nice to see. After that we have the Demolition Expert, Fire for Effect, Arsonist, Master Gunner and Bruiser. We got the Petrucci's medal for killing 3 SPGs, the Top Gun and the High Caliber. We achieved 2,215 damage with 6 kills and 1,354 base XP, netting me 37,833 credits. Not a bad little game for a tier 6 light using a great strat. Now in this game there's a slight difference. We're in medium tanks rather than light tanks, and there's a 3 platoon of Cromwells. Now, the delayed rush is not only something you can do in a light tank, it does work in mediums too. Like you say, the clue's in the name, you delay your rush. The important thing to remember is sometimes it can be a long delay and sometimes it can be a short delay. In this game, it's just a short delay. Some might even argue that it might not be a delayed rush. I still call it a delayed rush. It's delayed because I was waiting for a specific thing to happen. I was waiting for the fight to kind of commit on both flanks, so the enemies had dispersed to make sure we've got firepower superiority going through the centre. As it happened, there was still quite a bit there. All that meant is we could get some extra damage. Please enjoy. Now this ain't one of my favourite maps. I'm top tier. I'm in a 3 platoon with another Cromwell B and a Cromwell with Longinus and Boomtastic, my community director and my World of Warships director. Now this is a delayed strat game. Now what we're looking to do is wait till the top 2 map locations commit to battle. We don't want them to know that we're going to come through because we're top tier and we're in a platoon, so it is up to us to carry the match. Now I did make a comment in the beginning of the match that I didn't think anything could take us on north if we went north, but if we went round there and we come down and the tank destroyers were waiting for us down in their base, we could be bottlenecked and killed. So Boomtastic quite rightly called the delayed rush strat as it had worked in a previous game on the opposite side. So I command them guys to get into position, and what I'm really waiting for is the commitment on each flank. What that means is the players are looking them ways and not particularly waiting for us to come through. Normally in the centre there where we're going to push through, little lights poke out, the odd medium, but they're not going to expect the 3 top tier platoon, medium platoon to push right through and forgive an aggressive stance. So I've called that the south side has almost started battle. I see the opportunity to get a shot off there on a VK and forcing him to back behind the rock. Now that the top is committed, the Panzer III's come round on the Lush and the 3601 are called us to move forward because we've still got a little way forward to go before we commit, and I figured by then the battle should be started. Also, this does seem a bit mismatched here and it could end up as a race for damage, so I want to push forward nice and early to make sure we get some good damage in the platoon. So with delayed rush, we saw the light tank game. You saw us hold off. Well, you saw me hold off for some time before I push through. Now I'm in a platoon. I've got 3 tanks with me. I'm calling target, and this is an aggressive strategy. So although we didn't rush off straight away, there was a delay to what we did. The delay was to ensure that the enemy team was committed to their flanks, so we weren't going to face too much here in the middle. Now, unfortunately, Long does something. He does tend to do it every now and then. Is he'll go off on his own and he will take damage unnecessarily and end up getting him killed. If the whole idea when you're in a platoon is to stay together, you confuse the enemy, they don't focus fire, and you'll stay alive. By Long going off on his own into them enemies, it means that they weren't confused by us because me and Boom was in a different area. That enabled them to focus fire him, thus his premature departure of the game. Now the game's almost over now, 4 tanks left. Yes, there was only a slight delay, but it's a delayed rush nonetheless. You let them get set in and you push through in a very aggressive format, calling the targets as you go. Moving forwards now, the Black Prince is down, there's only 2 tanks left, but unfortunately they get taken out before we can move north and intercept them. So here's that same game, the only difference being, instead of me giving you explanations, you're seeing exactly how it went down on TeamSpeak. I apologise for the audio quality. Unbeknown to me, when I moved, my webcam dismissed my Blue Snowball mic and switched to the in-house webcam speakers without asking me, and so the voice is a little bit tinny. Please enjoy.
We've got the only true heavy.
Terrible player though.
Yes, this was the Cromwell. The Bert's okay.
I don't see that. I don't see anything that can take us if we go north. You know.
No, let's have a plan A this now on this map, innit? Remember, it worked fantastically last time.
What's that through the middle?
Yep.
But we're on the different side now.
Oh, okay.
So we can still do it. So you're thinking about doing a delayed rush, aren't you?
Yep.
Let them commit then. Let them commit first. Stay at the back. Like, come to Boom. Let's go. Once our heavies commit, we're going to move. Follow me a sec. It would be nice if that Churchill went north, because then it don't matter that he don't. Let's just not be spotted. Once there's a fight on both fronts, then we go. There's the start of the fight on our southeast front. We might even have him. Get ready to fire. We'll have him. Yeah. Enemy armor is damaged.
Oh, shot.
Right, fight on the other front. Let's go. Oh, hang on. Stop. We've got shots over there, mate. Cool, yeah. We're going to take out that VK, then we're going to go in, right?
Okay.
I've been spotted by something. I don't know what. There's the Cromwell.
Pick a match just on the corner.
Panzer 4H is primary. 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 Secondary is the Cromwell. Secondary is the Cromwell. Primary is the Cromwell. Cromwell is the primary target. Cromwell is the primary target. Keep moving. Keep moving. Keep moving. Keep moving. Okay. That's it. Keep going. The next Crom. Right. On long. 58. Type 58 is primary. Type 58 is primary. Long evading manoeuvre. Long evading manoeuvre. Type 58 is primary. Long evading manoeuvre. Enemy armor is damaged. They're is the next primary. The 30 is the next primary.
Shoot me now.
The 30 is the next primary. Now the bishop. The bishop is the next primary. The bishop is the next primary. The bishop is the next primary. Okay, the Matilda Black Prince is the next primary. The Matilda Black Prince is the next primary.
My fault, I split apart from him. Nice.
Now let's go north. Let's go north. Dicker Max and Jagdpanzer.
Turning. 3 seconds behind you.
What's that, mate? Ah, bastards. Awesome. Awesome, guys. That is so fun.
Just pulled them all in on themselves.
The delayed rush. I might make a video on that. So there you have it, guys, the delayed rush. As you can see, if you're in a platoon, you can afford to be a lot more aggressive. If you're on your own, you need to wait for that rush. What you're looking for is, where are the enemy? Can you see them on the minimap? Who's spotted, who's not spotted? Where do you think the gap is? Where can you get through? Don't just run anywhere. You need to be looking at where the enemy spread is and pick yourself a nice safe gap to get through. Once you're through, what do? Do you go for the arty, or do you look at turning the enemy? Well, the answer to that is you need to decide based on what's happening on the battlefield. If your heavy tanks that are going toe to toe with the enemy heavy tanks need a bit of support, get up, shoot the enemies in the rear and try to relieve that pressure. If there's a lot of artillery there and you think you can make a difference to the game, maybe harass them. If there's a few tank destroyers that you've spotted as you get through, maybe go for them. However, be careful, because once you are through and you are spotted, you are public enemy number one and everyone's going to be coming to get you. But that is part of the plan. Think about what I did in the T-37 when there was a full life heavy tank coming towards me. I went to the side of the building. I could see the stirrer mill at the top of the road there, and I knew I just needed to pull him into that road. As soon as he went there, he got a whack, a massive hit for 300 odd hit points. I was able to escape and evade him without taking a shot, acquiring myself 2 more kills, and then I could just pick him up easily afterwards as if he was nothing. Okay, so be smart about how you pick your targets. When I killed the original stirrer mill, I could have gone for the tiger. I can tell you now, probably would have died and not done as well. You use your speed, use your agility. If you're medium tanks, again, you've got a bit more armour. Move about, think about your targets that you want to hit. So that the main decisions is 1, to call the delayed rush, 2, when to go, picking that right, and 3, your target calling when you get there. Have fun with it, good luck, and let me know how you get on. See you later. Sir Havoc, signing out.